Hi there, I'm Elizabeth and I like to sew smart. When you come to binding on a circular object, you need to have bias binding. We all know how to cut straight across the fabric and use it on a square or rectangular edge like a quilt, but when it comes to putting it on something circular, it's a little bit different. And today I'm going to show you an easy way how to cut the bias binding for your circular projects. This is a fat quarter which I have folded diagonally in half. You can use a bigger piece, of course, if you've got a lot of bias binding that you need to cut, but I'm showing you on a fat quarter, which is a lot easier on the space I have. All you do is you line up the tip at the top here of the corner and you bring this down to a straight line on the bottom here. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your ruler on straight down from the tip of that corner, straight down to there. Hold it nice and firm and cut right through. You will measure 2.5 inches across from there. Again, 2.5 inches. Make sure that you have that right on the line. Make another cut. And that is your first strip of binding. I now come this side and cut again on the 2.5 inch line. And cut straight across again. And depending on how many strips I need for my project, I keep cutting probably 2 more strips. Means you have a few extra joins, but when you come to join your binding, it has a lovely light stretch in it. You can just join it exactly the same way that you would if you were joining straight binding. So you'll draw a line across, pin it and stitch it to make one continuous strip. And because of the stretch, when you take your circular object or your project that you're actually making, you'll find that it's much easier. I'll put it on the darker side so you can see it better. It's much easier when you folded that in half to go around the edge. It just gives a little bit as you're sewing round, and that's a much easier way. As I said, I've done it on a fat quarter, but you could do it on a larger piece if you have the space to cut, and that is a really simple way of you cutting your bias binding.